Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, folks. Where you at? This man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Folks, can you believe it? It's been a week since I came back from Tampa last Saturday, this past Saturday, Sunday. I can't believe times fly. I mean, I went was the week before last, went on a Wednesday, stayed for a couple of days, came back home, had to wait between, then got home by Sunday. And can you believe it's already another week? And we just had a show just pop up. We had a few shows. I was really busy. We had some big shows come up for the weekend. We had starting Saturday off. We had both the Triple O Dynasty. The Tupelo, and also Texas Pro. And then Saturday we had the Masters Olympia. And from then we had the winners for those divisions. Congratulations! Shout out to Brooke Walker, who won Tupelo, and also shout out to Erin Hawkins, who won the women's 40 plus, and also Yari Perez, who won the women's 40 plus in physique. Now they're qualified for 2027 Master Olympia. And also shout out to Missy Trescott. That was her figure debut. Now she's qualified for the Olympia. Also, we had the Texas Pro, where congratulations to Brittany Herrera, better known as Brittany Flex. She has not last place since 2021, and now she's going back to Olympia. Also, a lady who had the pleasure of being on my channel a couple of times, the lovely Mrs. Marika Jones. She did this, made history, doing back-to-back shows, doing 2 shows in 2 different states within a 24-hour period. And when this, she is the Iron Woman. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I hope to have her. I know she's going to do it for my man Glenn over the female bodybuilding. The Amazon Fitness Magazine podcast. She's going to do an interview. I saw it. It's not on yet, but I think we'll be on tomorrow. And also, shout out to Nana Silva, who won the Masters Olympia title in women's physique. Also, shout out to Gianna Flex, who had the pleasure, who did an interview just a couple of days before, her and her husband Tony. I hope to have him back on, top of experience. And also, that's it. Another division I'm not going to talk about because I don't care about the winning that division. No, I don't. I'm not a fan of hers, so I don't care. So, folks, as you know, I have some guests here, and I spent a nice couple of days with them when I was in Tampa. And it was a pleasure to finally meet them. They've been on here also as privileges and guests on my live stream. And also, we have a return of a young man who's an up-and-comer. I'm a fan of this young boy. I hope he does well. First off, we have a lady that's been a regular on here on my live stream, the lovely Mrs. Eunice Martinez Kitchen.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Eunice, welcome back. Been a while. How you doing?
Yep.
Also, we have here her partner in, Ace Boom Coon, the lovely Mrs. Jolene Floops. Jolene, you took my man. Yeah, I don't have no man, but
how are you?
Hi, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
Good.
Also, this young man mentioned again the young Mr. Alex, and you welcome him back. Trying to get the boy on here, put him on. He's a precious young man, and the ladies love Alex.
Oh,
yeah.
Again with
that. Boy. Yeah, son, you gotta take that, son. Nice. You gotta take that. I'm not doing that puff daddy, no diddy, but take that. So, folks, I welcome y'all and thank you for your time. And now to the ladies of BADRAP, what's that feeling? Because y'all really did something big. If people follow BADRAP, check out their links, and also you want to buy the products. Because me and Alex are wearing BADRAP shirts, and the ladies are wearing BADRAP tank tops. And you want to check it, you can go to my links. I left them in the description, and you can support BADRAP and their mission. As you know, I was there for a couple of days, and I helped in the booth. It was, for me, it was just great just to be around, especially with a few days, maybe about a little month before the show. My dear friend, me and her were talking on the phone, and she was telling me what was going around with her. And I said, you know what? I got nothing to do. I'm here in my house all day, other than maybe going to a doctor's appointment, doing my laundry. I did that Saturday, and maybe going shopping. Most of the time I order from the Walmart, they bring to the house, so I have to go to the store unless I have to. But, I said, I got a few bucks and I got some time, and I'm going to ride out there and help her out. So I kept her wraps for a good while. And eventually I seeped it out, let some people know, and then eventually she found out.
Yeah, I found out the day you were coming. Or maybe
Yeah.
the day before I text JoJo and I'm like, you never know who's coming. And so I told
Yep.
her. Yeah, so it was like the day before, wasn't it, JoJo?
I think
Yeah.
so. It was a
Everybody
great
kept it
surprise.
under, yeah, everybody kept it under the radar. David did a real good job of keeping it a
Yeah, he
secret.
did.
Yeah, I even told Bev, and she kept it on the radar too. I appreciate that because I know y'all two talk every now and then. And I had to wear, and today I'm wearing the shirt I wear today. That's the great late Val Kilmer, my Doc Holliday. I'll be your Huckleberry. I was wearing it that day, and I had to wear it today for this little get together. So, ladies, what's that experience like? 'Cause you did something, a lot of good works. Share with the people that who didn't see or who wasn't there or didn't watch the live stream. What y'all do while you were at the other just the booth at your Tampa event?
I'll let JoJo go first.
Okay.
Well, it was just a wonderful feeling to be up there and to present winners on the stage with some BADRAP merch. And it was awesome to hear Eunice explain what our mission is and to get it out there. I think a lot of people heard about BADRAP, but they didn't really know what our mission truly is to give back to the competitors and try to get them on the stage and help them get there. So it was a wonderful feeling. I think the word that was used, it was magical. So when Eunice was talking about our mission, just to look out at the people in the audience and just to see like, oh, like that's what you do. And it was a great experience. And then we got to go on stage again and present the women's physique winner overall with some BADRAP stuff. So it was great.
hmm That's great because I was there. As you know, the winner of women's bodybuilding was Lavinia Barros, and they presented her with the Bad Rap jacket, which is pretty cool. I mean, it was nice. They did it also a while back when they did Triple O, where they presented the jacket to the winner of the Triple O women's physique. I mean, women's bodybuilder. That was Salika Givens, who took second at the Masters O, and also the winner of the figure division, which was Erica Morgan. And also there was also another prize, best poser, that was Baba Emojian. And then I interviewed the lady who y'all also did a presentation to, that was Kyo, and she was the winner of the women's overall physique at the Tampa Extravaganza that later that day, because I didn't stay long, folks. I had to ride on out and hit on home because my plan was I want to stay at least 3 days. But when I was talking to my plan, I was told that the line was going to be shut that Sunday, so I couldn't go back on Sunday, so I had to leave on Saturday. And I would love to have been there just a little bit longer and maybe enjoy myself a little more. Y'all can speak now. I'm done.
Oh, wow. Well, JoJo did a great job explaining our experience on stage. One of the things that I didn't realize, because my back was against, the competitors, and I didn't realize this until Tim came up to me and asked if I had seen the expressions on the competitors' faces. And of course, JoJo and I had our backs to them, so I didn't know anything, and we hadn't talked about that, But we knew that the audience was just, they were, like I said,
And
in awe about what our mission is all about. And so when Tim said, "Did you see the faces and the expressions on the competitors?" He said they were all in line, in a diagonal line. But then when you started speaking, they all became so relaxed and they all became engaged in and was trying to listen to what you were saying. And then the expressions on their faces, when they finally felt that someone was behind them and someone was there to support them. And, I was like, no, I didn't see that. And then Derek Lunsford, the Derek Lunsford, Mr. Olympia 2023, he stops by the booth to tell us how he just really appreciated our mission and what we were doing, and he was in support of what we were doing. He wanted to stop by and just say, thanks for the job that y'all are doing. And he said the same thing. He said, "Did you see the faces and the expressions that those competitors? I mean, they just were smiles." And I had to actually, David recorded it for me, and then that's when I was able to look at what they were explaining, and that was like really the word magical was what Tim had said, and it truly was a magical feeling for us. And to be able to do that for a show that caliber for us is just really an honor and a privilege, because we really want to get the mission work out there, and we really want to see this brand grow so that we can complete our mission and help as many people as we can.
That's a good thing about it, because really, especially for the women, as I know, my challenge about recognize y'all women, because y'all give enough attention, unless you are, as I call it, you're the team A divisions, and that's bikini and wellness. They're the ones who get a little more attention. Opportunities are more great for them, but it's harder for the women who are in I would say, the architect for bodybuilding. That is women's bodybuilding. Physique is also up there. Figures even is a little stink eye because of how the women are developing, growing. And someone like Tim Gardner, who I got to meet and talk to a little bit, who's been in the game a long time, who's still one of the few promoters that still give most definitely women's bodybuilding a chance to show out and show up, compared to others who have, as I say, the quote from my favorite movie, Batman Begins, as Ra's al Ghul said to Bruce Wayne, as he walked quiet behind the division and stabbed him in the heart, you know. But what y'all two did was amazing. I mean, I think people would be just, we'd appreciate it. And those that don't, well, forget about it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and what was, like I said, meeting someone like Derek Winford, who was a Mr. Olympia. I saw the dude. I didn't think he was this high. It's one thing we see him in up at the shows, or then you see him in person. It's a totally different feeling. And for me, it was just great to be there. I mean, I think honestly, truthfully, again, the highlight for me was meeting this gentleman. Diamond
Of
Dave,
course.
David Lee Roth. I mean, that is, I've seen Alex Trebek in Disney World, but to actually be standing beside the true lead singer of Van Halen, not Ben Hagar, not Ben Sharon, Ben Halen. I know it was named after the brothers, but we all know Dave was the guy. He was the guy. And I was talking with JoJo. We're talking a bit, and she went to a little concert. How was the concert, Joe?
It was great. It was awesome. Of course, he saved the best for last, Jump, but he never took a break. He played for like an hour and 40, 50 minutes, never took a break. I never seen the man get a drink of water.
Wow.
Unless he, somehow hit it. But it wasn't like back in the day. No, but it was very close to it. So he put on a very good show. I was like, bucket list check. Yeah. But anyway, to send his pictures, and he's flexing. He was fun to talk to. I mean, like, he's like, yeah, "What do you want to do? Flex?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's do flexing," But he stopped and took his time and talked to everybody. And I spoke with his manager, and she was very sweet. So, of all places, I would never think that I would see David Lee Roth at a bodybuilding competition.
Exactly.
And I didn't even know he was in town. And so I called my husband and was like, "Hey, he's at Hard Rock, I think Sunday at 8. Let's do this." And so we did. But the show was packed. It was packed.
Yeah, I know. When me and you were talking to him, he's a big bodybuilder fan for a long time, because as he was saying, his trainer was the late Kay Baxter. Remember Kay? She competed in the '80s. She also was an Olympian. She retired for a bit, but there was talk that I was actually, me and my friend KL, we actually interviewed a guy who knew her, and she was one point planning on maybe coming back, but then she had the accident, she passed away. And I remember I've seen pictures of a lot of celebrities who attend bodybuilding shows. I see a picture of Shannon Sharp hanging with Linda Murray and Lee Haney. I've seen Shaq with Linda Murray. I've seen there's quite a few. Like one guy that really was a big fan of bodybuilding was the great late Gregory Hines, because his fiance was a bodybuilder. She was retired long ago, and there is a lot of people who are fans of the sport. Most people still see it as a sport that's not very, mainstream.
Hmm.
So the mission was to show up and show out for BADRAP. How did the mission go for both of y'all?
Go
Well,
ahead, Eunice.
I guess we can say mission complete, but it's not, because it's not fully completed. We have visions for what we want BADRAP to become. You know, I've always told JoJo I want BADRAP to get just as big as some of these other clothing lines that are out there, like Gasp and Iron Rebel. I want to see BADRAP become the brand that every woman gets behind, and because they know that we are in support of them.
Mm-hmm. Like really now you want to take the spot of the man who he wasn't long ago. He saved women's bodybuilding, but now he's the head of the Olympia. He's moving on, and that is one Mr. Jake Wood. Anytime I say his name, I pull him up. I got to do this. Yo, Jake. I want that money. I want that gun. I can't help it. If Training Day, Denzel at the end when he's talking to Ethan Hawke, he does that, and really, it does need that. If it's not women like yourself who are competitors who compete, like I remember a while back where when Sarah Vigors announced she was going to put up some money for shows like the Pittsburgh Pro and also the Texas Pro, and people talking about why is she doing it? Why not? Because it has to be somebody within the sport to do it. It can't always depend on people outside. Have people within, athletes, sponsors, promoters that are truly part of bodybuilding to keep it going. But if you can get the people to support it that are the outsiders, the mainstream people, that can help it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I want to do a call out right now to every woman bodybuilder that's a competitor, to first of all, follow us. Second of all, if you can tag us, even if you're not wearing our wear, just tag us, know that you support us, because that's the only way that we're going to get the brand name out there, is one, showing up at shows like this. That's one of the things that it's just leaped us forward. It's put us out there, and it's just going to continue. We've got another show coming up on September 20th, another Tim Gardner show in San Antonio. And so we always seem to do good in Texas, don't we, JoJo?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Always.
So, we're looking forward to that. And we hope that, it's just going to be something that's going to balloon. And, I've gotten several messages, and we've gotten several, Barbara, how do you pronounce her last name? Mojin. She posted herself. She actually came to the booth and bought some tanks, and then yesterday she posted herself wearing them. So they looked awesome on her. I mean, that's what we want. We want them to be proud of wearing BADRAP, because it's the brand for them. I mean, who better to be wearing it?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think I'm gonna pull up from the BADRAP IG and pull up for here, and we got some pictures here and also some little videos. I made some, and also I made sure I tag y'all in them. Here's one of the video. Can't play the music because you know how the music is with, here's JoJo here. That's when I first met her, and then there, ladies, we did a little video, early in that morning. There's Alex there. Alex doing his flexing. Yes, my boy. And also we have here April. I think her name is Cosmano. I believe it was. She won the women's 40 plus at the show before, Keo, who also was there. I interviewed her. Just when we said, I also got to meet Kevin Lavone and take a picture with Tim and also Isabel. And there goes JoJo with a boyfriend, David Lee Roth. Better not tell Rick. and and there was let's go flexing. That was cool for me, And here we have
Mm-hmm.
Lavinia, a great physique, a beautiful woman. It was just a great event, And this is like, this is my second bodybuilding show I went to since I started doing this content. And here we are also, as you know, Barbara Mojin was given the award for, I think, this is Theo.
All right. Thank you, Jolene and Eunice, for coming out. Let's present her award and raise her hand in victory. Grab hands and raise them up. All right, and a front double bicep for your favorite pose there on your own.
Yeah, she was really proud.
Great job tonight.
She was really proud because I talked to her Friday. She's planning on doing the North Americans coming up this end of the month, And here it is. This is from David. He posted this.
All right, before we move into awards, we have one of our amazing sponsors is going to come on stage. We have Eunice Martinez Kitchen from BADRAP, which is built and defined, ripped and pumped. And she will be presenting a BADRAP varsity jacket, along with contributing an extra $1,000 to our first place winner tonight. She also is giving the Wings of Strength Tampa Pro Women's Bodybuilding Best Poser Award for $500. So I would love to have Eunice come on over. Come on over. I'd love to hear a couple words from you. Thank you so much. This is so amazing. We had to bring you over and just hear a few words from you.
Good afternoon. I want to present my co-founder. This is Jolene Folks. I call her JoJo. We started BADRAP Bodybuilding with a mission in mind to help improve and increase the participation in women's bodybuilding. So what we have done is we have launched out an apparel line called BADRAP Bodybuilding, and it stands for Big and Defined, Ripped and Pumped. All of our profits that we sell go to fund athletes, women athletes, for their show day expenses, such as hair, makeup, tan, travel, hotel, anything associated with showing up on stage. I started competing in 1987, and I'm an original OG, and I competed last night. And and women's bodybuilding was the only category when I started. And so it's really special to our hearts. And so this is our way of giving back to make sure that participation increases. And our efforts are to not just help our athletes, but our promoters. And then so that's what we're here for today. And a special thank you to Tim, because this is an opportunity of our lifetime. This is a dream country for us to be able to sponsor a show this caliber. So thank you, Tim.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. What a wonderful cause. We love having you with us. And before we announce the winners of our contest, we are first going to announce our winner of our Wings of Strength Tampa Pro-Am Women's Bodybuilding Best Poser, who receives that $500 from our lovely ladies. And that is competitor number 131, Barbara Mujin. Congratulations. You ladies get a picture together out there. She is receiving the $500 from BADRAP. Great job. Thank you. All right, we are moving into our...
Well, folks, that was amazing event. These ladies put up a good, really helped out some competitors. Because you got to think about it, $500. It may not be much in some cases, but you never know. That could cover the cost of travel, the cost of other stuff that's involved with it. I mean, bodybuilding is an expensive sport, especially y'all two ladies understand because I was there when Eunice won in her class. That was a women at 55, and and she's Eunice. You want to say everybody's your age, even though anybody if you feel comfortable with it.
Oh yeah, I'll be 60 in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, 60. And you wouldn't think that when you see her. I mean, especially women her age to be in great shape and in condition, both you ladies are amazing. Like JoJo, last time you competed was last year. You did
Yes.
Triple O, and I think you did another show.
I did 2
are
more
there any
shows.
plans? So any plans to
get back on stage? Maybe sometime next year. I got a lot going on in my personal life right now, so I may towards the end of next year step on stage. Not real sure yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's the process. 6 times. Here they are. You're awarding the winner, and that is I think Lavinia Barros. Congratulations to her. Now she's going to the Olympia, and fan of hers. I think young lady who has a lot of potential for bodybuilding. She's rigid. She's been to the Olympia. This is gonna be her 3rd time because her first time was back in about 2022. That was when the Olympia returned to Vegas. Then she got a next qualification, this 2023, and now she won the overall title at Tampa. And it was a battle between her and most definitely Hunter Henderson. And we also had some other ladies that were hanging at the booth. Some ladies I got to meet and talk to. We have here Chelsea Dion, who is now qualified for the Olympia. She did at least 3 shows. She was at Triple O early this year. She got a qualification at the Van Isle show in Vancouver, and then she competed in Europe Pro. Amanda Machado, who also coaches and trains Lavinia and Susan Graham and some other competitors, who got her first Olympic qualification at Omaha. And how you feel about these ladies, and what's your thoughts on either one of them as competitors and also as women?
Well, they're uprising. Chelsea's won. She won the Chicago Pro. She won the Vancouver show. So she's double qualified for the Olympia. And of course, Chelsea has that structure that's a feminine looking structure. So she has been in the spotlight for the last couple of years. She, says that she needs to nail down her conditioning, and when she does nail down that conditioning, she's going to be a pretty top contender up there. I think Chelsea does well with her following because she puts herself out there very consistently, and she tries to blend in, with just being herself and just trying to just be in the regular in her element, not always just in the gym, but she tries to promote bodybuilding outside the gym too. So I think Chelsea is one of the popular bodybuilders. And then Amanda, she's got that YouTube going with the training, and she and Lavinia and Christina Nicole often train together. So she's got a huge following as well. And I think she's got a good top 5 placing coming her way for physique.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we all know that current champion Sarah Vilgas. Number two behind her is Natalia Cuejo, who's from the area around about the Florida area around Tampa, and also you had Sharon Kempney, who I got the pleasure of beating while I was there. Number three in the world, two of the number threes in both wins by the Wednesday, Sharonica and Ashley Jones, and and my man Alex, he was really talking with Stone with Chelsea. He was really, Alex, you want to share, son? What you and Chelsea was talking about, and goes, she got a man, Alex. He can't be pushing up on a woman too much.
I no, we're just I she called me we just chatted up. I chat with her every now and then. I actually had a card for her that I ordered Olympia trading cards, and wouldn't you know it, I had like a trading card with her, and I didn't have a pen. I was looking for a marker, while the show was going, and once it was over, I found marker and asked her to sign it. And believe it or not, this was actually the first time she ever signed a card based on herself. That was one moment I did not expect. She really appreciated.
That's
Well, like I
cool.
said,
Very
yeah,
cool.
because I think, yeah, these ladies appreciate the people who genuinely want to talk to them and who are fans. I think some of the ladies I got to talk to, especially ladies I got to meet that I did interviews with, it was great. I was talking to Christina Ware. Also, I got to
It
talk
was
with.
really nice too. I met her in Eunice that morning. She's really nice. Heard her daughter recently is going to college. Is that what happened
Yeah,
recently?
I think she's already in. Yeah, I figure I got her in, and also quite a few other ladies. I remember when I saw Eunice, I did my impersonations from In the Color Purple. I mean, I couldn't. I had to. Me. I had to be me. Oh, yeah, here some people coming through. My man Ryan Lake. He says, "Hello, hello,
Hello.
Ryan." Also, my man KL the Wanderer. He's also on YouTube. He says, "What's up? What's up, brother?"
What's up?
Yeah. So now you got a commission with San Antonio, and that they don't have figure. It's figures. You have figure division, but don't have the other divisions that I care about.
No, they do have figure, so that's what we're sponsoring.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
I think one of the coolest things that we saw was, in on the Triple Dynasty, we didn't get to see our jersey on the athlete, but it was really cool that Lavena like put on that jersey and she rocked it.
Yes, she
That was
did.
so cool, so cool that she put it
Oh yeah.
on. She was glad to get it, and she really, and then she posted herself in it, which was really cool. So we hope that maybe the figure girl will do the same thing
Yes.
because
yeah.
it's a beautiful
I think
jacket.
truly, yeah, because it's a beautiful jacket on a beautiful woman, and
Yeah.
I think I think she truly appreciated it because you got to think about it. Who's doing what y'all do? Who's going out there and putting up prize money for best poser or putting up a jacket, or even just talking about the mission of what Bad Rap is doing. I like I said, sometimes when I do my lives and I have a subject to talk about, then I say, hey, come on, give me a story, share your story. I kind of, some days say, I go like this. No offense to the ladies, but this is my mindset of it. Don't be a bunch of yellow belly, egg sucking dogs. Talk about it. This is your sport. Talk about it. Say something. Speak for yourself. Don't be worried about what whoever says that because they're not paying attention to me. But I learned this when I talk to ladies. I realize something. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm too hot for some, but I'm just right for others. That's what I got
Well, I think
it.
that's just life in general. You either like someone or you don't, or they're for you and not. But I think along with our mission, we give back. I would like everyone to understand that our clothing is just as good as our mission. Eunice and I are very picky about what we buy and materials. We have, there's been a few glitches here and there, but you learn. As you go, you learn. But our clothing line is the merchandise is it's legit. It's good. It's if you have any questions about anything that you're buying, all you have to do is message us and we'll answer you immediately. or as soon as we can. But like that jacket that we have, that's a true varsity jacket. It has leather sleeves, it has embroidery on it, and it's just a beautiful jacket. And they've been in style for years. I mean, that's just like everyday wear for women. And so, as we stand behind our mission and what we're doing, we stand behind our clothing line too. And at the Tampa Pro, we just introduced a men's line, which we have a couple T-shirts and some baseball caps, which you're in one, which looks awesome on you. You are totally rocking that. But like we said, we have good quality clothing. We think the prices are fair, and along with our mission, just to start selling our merchandise so we can give even more than what we're giving now would just be a true blessing. So following and shopping is a good way to get started.
Yeah. So right now I'm here in the BADRAP homepage, and you can go if you're interested in it. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You can check it out. There's different categories. Most of the stuff is for women, but hey, guys, there's some stuff you can wear that you can fit in it. For me, I can only wear the hat. Or I can wear this. This is a nice. If it gets a little colder, I might get one of these. This is nice. A nice little toboggan. Because it don't get too bad in the winter here in North Carolina compared to other places. But these look nice. I know my man David was wearing this hat here, and these are some nice hats. I mean, the nice designers.
Very mine.
I mean,
very mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still have pictures on because we got to reorder. We only have 4 left, Jojo.
The hats.
Yeah, and they're already sold.
That's awesome.
Like, that's my members,
Whoa.
So yeah,
y'all.
It on today. Well, I took it off, but I love that BADRAP zip up jacket.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I took mine off today too.
I mean, that's nice.
When we ordered this stuff and we have it printed, we make sure it's not going to crack. Like if it's ironed on, it's not going to crack. We're very specific about what we look at and order. So everything takes us a while to choose what we want to do, just because we want to make sure the quality of each article is 100% the best. So it's taken us a while to find and figure out what we like and we can do. Of course, you can tell by some of our shirts and everything that we like color. I've always liked color. Of course, black is always the ultimate all-time favorite, but we both like purples and orange and pinks and stuff like that. So we've been very vivid with our colors that we have chosen. So yes, we just need to work on getting the word out and about our mission and start selling our products.
Yeah, I see you have some chains and bracelets here. I mean, some ladies who want to wear them. I think that bracelet, guys can wear the bracelets too because it's nice, good old metal bracelet, and this is very more feminine. I mean, and I gotta say that when y'all gave my hat, I kind of pulled my Bruce Wayne from the, as you know, I love the Batman Begins. She said, "You have it in black," and this is perfect black. It's perfect for me. Black on black. I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. So that's what I really like. I can go with any color. It has to really fit my personality. But I think what y'all doing is good works, and not just with your products, but also don't, ma'am. As you know, one of my favorite quotes for my favorite movie again, Batman Begins. You never have to. You never have to. That's why I do this. Because y'all are doing something. When Eunice put me on this and say, I'm doing this, say, okay, I promote it. And every so often she'll send me something. Or sometimes, like, I made a little, like, if you go check on the IG, I made a little Christmas thing for them. And they shared it. It was like, I usually, it was nice. Something like, everything happened, a wonderful Christmas time, And, they always keep me in the loop on stuff, what's going on. Like, they also got some plans coming up in the future. And here's the thing, I'm going to try to be a part of it, because being a guy, as I know, I call myself the emperor, and as an emperor, as a sovereign, I must be involved as much as I can. I can't do as much as I want to because I live on a modest means. I get rent, but I want to do a little more if I can, especially put my money where my mouth is. If I have the money, if I do have it, I will. I will try. but also want to promote something that recognize not just bodybuilding, but also the sacrifice, the work, the determination, the discipline y'all ladies put into it, and that's what y'all need, the recognition for that.
Likewise.
Yeah. So anyway, Alex here, as you know, he's also coming up on the YouTube. And, when I got to meet him, he told me we introduced him to me. I said, hey, wow! I was really excited when somebody recognized me. So, like, what, Alex? What's your experience like since you got to meet people like JoJo and Eunice?
At the Tampa, I thought it was a little more better than them. Well, it was actually my second visit to the Tampa Pro. This is where I actually got to meet David. He was actually one of the first people I remember. He was very confident at the time. He was really, he was very experiencing. I thought I want to be like him, and to be honest, I was kind of a little nervous because I wasn't sure someone like me wouldn't fit in. But some people like Andrea Johnson. Really, Andrea, was it Andrea? I'm sorry, I'm trying to pronounce her name, but she was competing in physique last year. She's really one of the sweetest ladies I ever met. She helped me feel welcome. It was just being it was actually not bad. And I just now I met with Eunice and everybody else. I just became more outgoing. I gained more confidence, and I think I'm starting, like you said last year. I feel like a baby bird ready to leave its nest and starting to flap my wings into somewhere where I could belong.
That's awesome. Yeah, you belong with us. That's for
That's
sure.
Yeah, you
great.
do.
Yeah. You really put the time in, and and you're dedicated to it, and you focus on it. You have a goal, and that's important to you. For anybody when he starts this path of education or just entertainment, you have to have a purpose. Because when I started doing this, because as everybody knows, I've talked about this. I was taking care of my mom for a long time. I was talking with JoJo, and I talked with Eunice, and I took care of my mom for a long time. And dealing with her stuff, I needed something as to help me out. And being a fan of women of bodybuilding is, I hate to meet my crime. I am a muscle smell. I find it intoxicating, something about your lovely. But then getting to meet and also doing interviews and educate myself and learning things in the process. My channel is still growing. I've been on here about 7 years, and I said again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but the people who are still get in contact with me and talk to me and tell me things or share things that they may not share with anybody else, I appreciate. Like sometimes I have ladies send me their check-in pictures, and I joke with them, say, "How dare you send these buff beautiful pictures to a much person like me?" He said, "Nah, George, I want you to get your opinion. I know you're a good person." I said, "Yeah, I appreciate that." But I get every day doing this, I get to learn something about myself. And then some days also, I tell this to people, you have to get out of your own way. And me going to Tampa with me getting out of my own way, get out of my comfort zone, leave my house. I know when I got back, my lover was waiting for me in my bed. I mean, I miss it. She was so nice. I took a nice hot shower and then just jumped in it and just took a nice nap. And but going there and meeting Eunice and JoJo and Alex and David and Mr. Willie took us out to dinner afterwards, and I appreciate that. It was a hard time trying to find some place to eat, but it was great. Feel like I was with. Honestly, I feel like I was with family. And especially I never met y'all too, never met y'all in my life, but have exchanged out here. We talked. We was that about a year or so ago when we had Sherry out here. We signed her for BADRAP. When I reached out to Eunice about a couple years ago, because I was like, here's my challenge. I would love to have, I can't help this. Anytime I think about her, my girlfriend, I would love to have her on someday. I would love to. I would love to. And I always say this. I wish I brought it with me when I was in Tampa. I wish I brought with Eunice this. I owe you this because I love it. I call it. I call it my little bunny rabbit.
It's too soon, too late to mention. I actually did meet Aunt Tria a couple times, almost 2 years ago.
Oh wow! What's she
Nice.
like?
Yeah, it was like this. I was at work at the time, and this was at when lucky me, the Olympia was at Orlando, which to be honest, I wish it was here more often. But anyway, I was at the Meet the Olympians event. I got to meet. This is where I first met Chelsea. I met Sherry there. I met Angela. Fun fact. Before her husband left, heard that their cat passed away, and I actually drew Angela and her cat, and I gave it to her. She really appreciated it. Like that was.
Oh yeah, I think Angelo is. I think I've been talking with contact with her before. I'm hoping maybe in the future we have on for an interview. Amazing
Yeah,
lady.
it's
I
hard to
think.
reach out to her nowadays. I understand why, but I hope she's doing well. I wish her lots of luck at the Rising Phoenix at the Olympia.
Well, his thing is, as people, if you have known it, the Rising Phoenix format has changed. It's
Oh,
no
it has.
longer, yeah, it's no longer the Women's Bodybuilding World Championship. It's now an open show for all competitors because usually they invite you have Andrea, you have Angela, then you have also who's third at the Olympia, the top five of the Olympians, and also invited the ladies who got to won the competitions, and also some other ladies get invited. But this year is no longer. I was talking with her is because we were talking about how now it changed it because she went last year. They're not going to have the $50,000 like they had before. You're not going to see Ashley or Andrea or even Angela. It's going to be an open show, which is going to be Olympic qualification now. And also, it's part of it was the Arizona Pro, but now they dropped that, and now it melted all and called it the Rising Phoenix. Some ladies are kind of disappointed by it because there was some prize and stuff like that, but now Jake has to compete with the on the Classic, which shoot up his prize money to men's open to nearly $250,000.
It's
But
crazy.
yeah, and I can understand Jake's a businessman, and the Olympia is a big show now, and I'm hoping he, shoots the prize money for the women at that show because, $50,000. By the time it's not such a change for any one of us if we can have it, but if you think about it, when you're a top Miss Olympian competitor, it's kind of like chump change compared to what guys like Samson Dua and Derek get. Mhm. Yeah. We have here some comments here. Shout out to my guest who's coming through. Oh, it's our man David. He's here. He's a female
Oh,
body
hi,
forum. He
David.
says, and you're all talking trash about me
Oh no,
again.
never, David. You never.
He's joking. Hey, I will. I got a problem talking trash about you. I walk track, speak track. I even walk talk track. Who poo can you ask? Let's smack down on you, can't ask David. It's still David. David. I mean, I got to meet you, David. I think we settled our grievances, but I still have issue with this, David. I still do. I know why. Why you get to? I mean, why? Why do you have to put your hands on my girl, David? Now, my big brother, Big Keith, I let the situation with him go after because he's my big brother. I love him, but David, I love you too. But I'm just sometimes I'm like outlaw. I'm like the outlaw Josie Wales. You remember the movie with Clint Eastwood? I live for the grudge. But yeah, but David, you doing what you're doing. We talked. It was a great time to meet. He gave me a ride, picked me up from my motel that morning for the main show, and gave me a ride back, and even gave me a ride back to the motel when I was ready. And also we hugged, we talked, he took a picture. And before I left, I hit my train to Savannah, catch my train to South Carolina. And it's great to see his channel is growing. His IG hit over to $8,000 people, 8,000 K followers, and also his YouTube channel is growing because you know what, he's doing stuff. He's really getting his foot on the ground. Here he is go again. He says, he. I had my hands on your girl, but George interviewed my girl in Tampa. He. Well, first, now you had your hands on my girl. I interviewed your girl. It's not the same. I didn't get to touch her like you touched your. I mean, I'm sorry, folks. I apologize. I get emotional. I get, just woosah. Woosah. Wait. Okay, that was all right. Okay. But but other than that, I think it's good that people like Alex and David and also KL and Ryan who support y'all ladies, and also people out there who are interested in what BADRAP's doing. Like I said again, I left the link in the comment section. You want to check out the product. Also, if you also somebody who's interested in maybe getting together and maybe promoting with BADRAP, If you have the means and the ways where you can really back them up, because that really helps. It's hard to do this thing on your own, and it's great to have investors who really want to buy in to it. I think you usually talk about. She can share her thoughts on that.
Um, there's been we've had Alex Andrews before, who's contributed and with the Triple Dynasty. So yeah, we welcome anyone who wants to help to pay it forward. Anybody who wants to help us, and we're welcome them to help either buy merchandise for our athletes or contribute whatever they want, donate.
Yeah, and that's something I'm thinking about doing in the future. Particularly, especially as I said again, I'm a fan of women's bodybuilding, and it's the architect for all the divisions. Except for one division I'm not a fan of, as I often call it, fit model. I just not a fan. I'm just gonna say that. I've interviewed a lady who got her qualification is overall for fit model, and she's a nice lady. Her name's Heather, and I think also got an interview cover with another lady who's also a fit model. I got to post it later on my IG. I mean, on my YouTube. Put the links, and she's a fit model competitor. And I like to get everybody's perspective, but also I want to see people be open minded, to be educated. Like a while back, I posted something, and I always get these guys making comments. I delete them and post them. I'm not wasting my time arguing with you. If you don't understand something, reach out, ask, know something. Don't be ignorant. Ignorant is not. It's not. It doesn't work. You have to be willing and wanting to know. Here we got my man. Shout out to my man. He says this. He says, "Bad rap ladies are the best. I like their support of Sherry Piami and other top female bodybuilders. Two, Alex. I'm gonna say Alex Andrews is a good guy and a great supporter. Thank
Another Alex,
you.
or did he misspell my last name? Or
Uh,
Yeah, a lot of the Alexes are really good guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Big fans.
Also good girls too. I interviewed a young lady. Her name is Alex, and she's a actually. This week alone. I had done 3 interviews with ladies that got to meet the lady who y'all were there at the amateur Keo. I interviewed her because she was there at the booth when she was buying a shirt, and her husband there. He's 65 years old. A dude with better shape than I do. 65. And got to meet Alex Blankenship. We didn't even use the cute. I mean, if you see us, I mean, I pulled this picture. There was a picture I had of her that I pulled off, and I see it's just cute. He had these big doe eyes. Look at her. I mean, it looked like she got a little bunny rabbit. Yeah, and just 5'4'8", and she was doing 40 plus at the and also we got Keo here, and I interviewed her, and then also Sunday I interviewed Eileen Alvarez, and she competed there in the open part. That was her second time competing there because she made a debut. That's her also with Daphne Holmes, who I also got a pleasure meeting. They both competed in Chicago, and for me as a content maker, it's just great to talk to these ladies and see them, and to even to get their thoughts on their passion for bodybuilding. For me, I'm hoping maybe do it again in the future. I like to find the right show I can do it because there's some shows that this is my thing. I would go to shows that support women's bodybuilding. I would like something like the Rising Phoenix, maybe somewhere down the line if I can afford the trip. And one thing most
same,
definitely need to do is
I was thinking about the Rising Phoenix. So I thought I would go there this year since it is like it's. Am I the only one noticing it's turning 10 this year?
yeah, because remember it actually started out in Texas. It was originally the Texas Pro, but then because Jake was his business is in the Rising Phoenix, the main part of it's in Arizona. He had to move it there, and it was a great opportunity for women when the Olympia pushed it out, and so few opportunities for women's bodybuilding. But now Jake is going on and doing his own thing and promoting the Olympia. They had the Master Olympia this weekend. Shout out to the competitors who were there. Some competitors, I would say, they deserve their wins. Others don't. I'm just like I said, I'm a bit prejudiced. Um, Here goes. This is from my man Davey says,
Thank you,
Alex,
David.
what's your last name? How you pronounce your last name?
Scripts. Yeah, that is my last name. Yes.
How do you pronounce it? Because I'm country. I'm gonna pronounce something crazy.
Scrap. It's Hungarian.
Rapids, Hungary. You're
Yeah,
hungry.
my
Okay.
fam. It was from my late father's side. I actually have his. We were planning to go to Florida together. We were very close. He wasn't feeling well. He was a Bronx guy. It's a very long story, but I fulfilled my promise to him. I have his ashes with me. He and I want to move to Florida together, and I did. Yeah, he was a good guy. Had made some mistakes in the past, but he was a good guy regardless.
Well, I tell you, son, I wasn't too close to my father. He was in and out of my life, But before he passed, it was a couple of years before he passed. Me and him, as two men, father and son, we made our differences, and we died. It's been like 11 years. I do miss him way, not as much as I miss my mom or my older brother or my sister, but still, he's my daddy. And it's good that y'all two have a good relationship, and you get to spend time together, and you carry his legacy. If anything, for a man, it's when the children carry their name and take it out into the world. That's one thing I don't have as kids. I have nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews, but they usually have their own names. But it's great when you have something that's a piece of you left behind this world. So, folks, this is something I think people need to get up on. Is on
Is
bad
everything
rap.
okay?
Get
I'm
on.
hearing some audio. Here's some. Is everything okay on your end? I'm hearing like some static, a little bit of static. Is everything okay?
I think should be. Sometimes my computer's sometimes funny too. It might be just, either somebody got earplugs on or something like that, but we can work with it. It's just something that happens sometimes. Especially technology is funny, folks. But this mission of what Bad Rap is doing and promoting not just the women's bodybuilding division, but other divisions out there. As you know, they're going to give a jacket to the figure competitor coming up, and that's in September 20. That's the same weekend as another show coming up. That's the Grand Prix in Anaheim, because my dear friend Tina, she was there last year. She was in the top five, and also Hunter Henderson won it that year. And also, there's a new show coming up. It's in Mexico because I talked to Brianna Terry, and that's on the list. And also, there's another show, Austin Carr, the son of Steve Carr, added women's bodybuilding. And usually there's only one show after the Olympic qualification for the next year, and that is the Romanian Muscle Fest. Now you have another show. And I know a man, Jeremy, from the Art of Female Muscle, he interviewed Brittany Parrish, who's going to do that show. I think I heard Chelsea's going to do it. Possibly, I saw that they got on the cover of one of the banners is Ashley Jones and Christina Mendoza. But I'm hearing that if one of my little birdies told me that Christina may not be competing because she didn't come in condition for Chicago, and now she's kind of inconsistent. When she comes to condition, she's on, she's on. But it's just sometimes I don't know. It's just So there's a possibility that she might not do Atlanta. The list's not out yet. It's gonna probably come out later this afternoon, later this evening. And it's some ladies are coming back from the Masters Olympia, which means that like people like Washana Boswell, Mila Ash, and several others are not going to do that show. So if you're a competitor out there and you want to most definitely look like you want to get your Olympic qualification, especially women's body physique or figure, any other divisions, jump on this show. It's this weekend. So, my guest, you have anything to say? Because I think I did all the talking because this is my channel. I built this shit, me, brick by brick.
Hey, Joe, I just want to take the time to show the new men's line, our logo. This is, let's see, how can I hold this?
Just hold it in front of you, like.
Just hold it in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, hold it in front. Yeah. See.
That's one of our logos, big and defined, rich and big and defined, ripped and pumped, and this is what we call the macchiato color. Jojo, explain to them what the color looks like.
It's like a deep brown color, but distressed a little bit. And it's a tri-blend, the material is. So it's just like what Lululemon makes their shirts out of. So you can work out in it, you're going to stay dry. And the thing about these shirts that we've bought is when you wear them, they form to your body. So it's just not like they're going to stretch out. And this is our heavy metal shirt. It's like a dark, it's a gray color, like a silverish gray. And that's another one of our logos right there. We like this one because it says BADRAP, established 2023, BADRAP bodybuilding. So that's a good start for the men's also. And the shirt is made of the same material. And like I said, you wear it and it just forms to your body. It's not going to stretch out and it just stays there. So those are two of our shirts that we have right now. And we have the caps, and we have yeah, that's one of our caps that sold out, a very popular cap. So I'm going to order some more of those. So we'll have them for the upcoming show. And we have a quarter zip jacket also that we gave away. We only made 3 of those, but want to see how that goes and maybe make some more of those. It was a little heavy for Tampa, I think, because it was a thick jacket. But yeah, we're working on more things for the guys. So I think we're off to a good start. Plus our women's wear also.
Yeah, I appreciate it because I think if you get more men interested, like I think with fashion, when women start, men follow. That's how it is sometimes. And also, a lady who was at the show who won the overall, not the overall, she won the women's 40 plus. She was qualified for this year's Master Olympia, but because you got to think that was too soon. That is April Kasim Mano. If I got a name wrong, I apologize. We talked to her a bit, maybe I get it on. And I think she's tagged Bad Rap, and she's wearing some of their product in the training. Here she is right here. I think she bought one of the shirts. I think the same shirt she bought when she was at the booth. She's amazing physique. I know David, he loves her body, and it's nice to see someone actively representing Bad Rap like she's doing.
Yeah.
Working out and training, and respect to her. I hope maybe like I said, she did the Masters over at Tampa. If if you look like she's still in great condition, killer abs. I think I don't know. Maybe she might do Atlanta because it's just been barely a couple of weeks since Tampa, so that's something we'll wait and see. Once the list come out, I'll let people know. So we have here some comments. This is from uh, our man here. Big shout to my man David sticking here, man. Wait a minute, that's the one he already said already. Oh, he says this. David um, said, you all Bad Rap 24/7. I love how some of the amazing female bodybuilders have already embraced Bad Rap and appreciate what you are doing. All right, yeah, thank you, brother. Also, shout out to my man Josh Simpkins coming through. He says this. He says, "What's good, George, Alex, and the ladies of Bad Rap? Thank you, brother." Also,
Josh.
again, again from my man, the Female Body Forum says that's the Terminator design on the hat. Yeah, because
Seriously, I
Alex, we
wonder
showed your
if you
hat.
can the heavy metal something looks like out of that rockstar energy drink, or it's just me.
Yeah, and I have a typical just a black hat with a bad rap design. Also, if you look, you can see the bad rap stitching right there. Folks, if you can go to the bad rap IG, which is also their link is in the description of this, and check out the product. This helps them because the money goes into bodybuilding. Also, a little something for their pockets. These ladies put the time and the effort for this. Also, shout out to my man. The man David, he says this. He says April is awesome. She is sweet. Great to see her made pro debut 11 years after her pro card win. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was talking with her. I was
Me
like, she
too.
said,
Yeah, she's very.
yeah,
Yeah, she's really nice. She was talking with Chelsea. Chelsea was like, Alex is friends with everybody. That was really that got a smile on my face. Yeah.
yeah. I was talking with a mom, so you should give her a little design a little shirt says 10 years top 10. It was cool. I think she has potential. We hope to see her more. I know, a lot of competitors usually don't take that long. They might take at the most maybe 5 or 6 years for they get pro debut sometimes, but 11 years. I mean, but life happens, and it's important just to live it. So folks, we're not gonna hold these people too long. They have their lives. I have mine. This was about recognizing their friendship, their support, and what they're doing for the sport of bodybuilding in general. Most people out there may not know about Bad Rap, but if you ones who are to, you like I said, the links in the description of this live. Check out and talk and reach out to them. And again, if you're someone who's out there who wants to invest into this, who's a fan of bodybuilding, I know a lot of you guys who are fans because you feel like if you mention it, you're gonna get ostracized, get picked on. People might talk about you the wrong way. Here's the thing is, I'm at the age I don't care what people say about me. I stopped caring when I got to the point where it doesn't matter. You do something because you do it feel like it's right, or just because you want to do it. That's a choice you have. If other people got a problem, that's their headache, not yours. So, my guess, you have anything to say? Each one of y'all have a chance to say something before I let y'all go.
George, it was finally great to meet you, and thank you for this interview today. We deeply appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. If you ever want to do one-on-one, JoJo, you're ready. I'll be gentle.
I'm tough.
But yeah, okay. And and also, my dear friend, what do you have to say?
I want to thank Eunice.
Alex, go for it. Go for it,
Go
Alex.
ahead, Alex.
It's just, so I also want to know, this is actually Tampa Pro. My second visit was the first time where I finally met Eunice. We talked over a year, and I want to thank her for, helping me get where I am right now. If it wasn't for her and David and George, I wouldn't, I'm really happy I'm having this opportunity to talk to you guys and, learn from you guys. I'm grateful.
Now, here's the thing about our mission. We are on a mission, and we are on a mission to help, people, women get to the stage, bodybuilders get to the stage, and to award them with things. But also, it's like I met Alex this weekend, which a couple weekends ago at the Tampa Pro, which was wonderful. You never know who you're going to meet, who needs to talk to you, or who you need to hear talk back to you. Missions in life happen every day. And the more you put yourself out there, the more you come across your experience in life. And that's God's trail that he wants you. It's his path that he wants you to take. He's written what your life should be. It's just you getting out there, getting to know him personally, and meeting people. And if you don't get out and experience this, you will never know. So I met, George, got to know David a little bit better, met Alex. If I would have stayed at home, that never would have happened, So the experience at the Tampa Pro, along with other shows that we've done, but I would say Tampa Pro has been my best experience yet, as being a vendor and meeting new people, and just how friendly everybody was. I even talked with another guy on Sunday. I stayed through Wednesday out by the pool, and he was reading a book, and just talked with him, and he was just getting into bodybuilding. Wasn't sure what he wanted to do, but he had just started in the gym. So I had a nice chat with him. But you never know who you're going to touch in any way that you come across, and listen to them and speak to them. So I'm very thankful for that over the Tampa Pro, that I got to experience more of that on my own and around other people too.
Yeah, okay. And to the lady who we, I would say, started it all, we give you the floor.
Oh, just I can't thank JoJo enough for believing and just joining me on this path. Yeah, I had the name Bad Rap, but without her encouragement, without me having ever met JoJo, this would not be happening. I know that.
We haven't known each other very long. But I mean, she came to work out with me. She was getting back on the stage. I had just earned my pro card, and I tell you, that day, we were done, and I think we sat on that bench and ate at the gym we were at and talked for what? It was at least, I know it was over an hour and a half, 2 hours.
At least 2 hours, yeah.
And then after that, it's just been, hey, you come to Muscles and Curves. You want to come to Rise and work out. And it's just, I mean, there for a while, we did it every weekend. Like every Sunday, we'd go to each other's gym and work out. But it's like, what? It takes an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, depending on traffic to get to each other, because that's how far we live away. But it's been, like Tim Gardner said, magical to see this BADRAP 2023 come alive. But like Eunice says, it was hers at first.
But it's like I said, it was just a name and it was a thought. But without JoJo coming in, we wouldn't be what we are. So, we're both in this path together for some reason. It was divinely, given to us. So we're just being obedient and moving because we feel like we've created a movement, and that's what we're doing. We're just trying to carry out the movement. And just want to say thank you to Alex, because Alex, you messaging me, you don't realize how much that means to me. It just means a lot that someone is that, you're passionate about the sport. And as a woman competitor, we don't see a lot of men who support us. And to have your support the way that you support, and the data behind every bodybuilder, and you keep me educated. So I just want to thank you because you're one of our biggest fans. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from every female competitor out there, because we need more guys like you.
You're very welcome. I feel honored.
Well, my man David agrees with you. Says,
yeah, he left I think he's like 4 messages now as we speak. Yeah.
It says thanks, Alex.
You're very welcome, David.
He also says, yes, I agree, JoJo. Good message. I love Tampa show this year, and you guys made it blast.
You know what? It truly was fun. It was fun.
It was.
I was like,
really
when
yeah, she was a really nice.
When I come out, Miss David Lee Roth, I was like,
she's running like, ah,
we're gonna hunt that man down.
Oh my God, I know. It was something else. Everything was a highlight in that weekend. Everything. Yeah. It couldn't have gone any better. And then to top it off with David Lee Roth, you're like, what?
I was like, what? I missed him. What?
I was like, I was charging my phone and my other stuff because I was doing some interviews on the side too. And I was walking back to the booth because it was like maybe a couple hours before I leave to go back to my hotel and catch my ride. And I see the guy standing off here, and I say, "You look like an older dude. You look like he was with his wife. They're probably looking at some stuff." And then it really didn't click with me right away. But no more than a few minutes while I'm sitting in my chair, I'm looking at my phone because I'm looking at some stuff. Then something I said, "Look up," and I see this man coming. And what clicked with me was his face. My mind works like a computer sometimes. It's like accessing, first recognition, files, accessing, David Lee Roth, footman for Van Taylor. I stood up and I said, "Whoa!" I shook his hand and I talked to him, and I just, and he just smiling like that smile he had. He took the pictures with him. He had the flexing. He was talking about Kate Baxter and how like bodybuilding. It was just something for me, especially. I wouldn't have saw that sitting here in my house and just chilling and working on stuff. I wouldn't have saw that and be hanging when talking with JoJo, talking to Eunice and David and Alex and so many other people. Some people, it was a great opportunity for me. Here we got my man David says this. He says, I was pretty excited to see Susan Matheson.
She was very nice, and congrats for reaching second place at the Masters Olympia. It was quite a contest. I'm not gonna lie. Staying up late. Oh my God, I
couldn't do it, son. I couldn't do it. I'm at the point now. You're a young man. You can do that. You can go all day, all night. Well, you get my point in my life.
How ironic was that Tiana and Sophia, you were at the top 2 again, but this time Tiana won.
Yeah, I interviewed a couple of
wasn't it just like a point difference?
Yeah, just a point.
Yeah.
I interviewed something about her upper body. I think maybe that was the reason why Tiana. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I think
My screen
because
was small at the time. I was trying to see the comparison.
with Salika, she's big, but she's just not. Her conditioning was probably just slightly off. And going all the way to Japan, I know I was looking at some pictures of other ladies that some should have just were just I don't know, maybe people make a wash. I think some ladies may need to take the year off. Maybe you shouldn't even compete this year. I think and I got to interview both. I did a little live stream because we had to do it because in Japan it's like 14-hour difference. And it was me, Tony, and Tiana. I got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning. Man, I was up about 5. I was like, when I got up, it was like 5:30. I did look at my phone and say, oh shit, Tony made some messages. So let me just wipe the coal out of my eye and get ready. My computer's out here in my office charging because I charge it before I go to bed, at night. And I got set up. And then we had a good nice interview. And I said, hey, I'm going to do this also in a couple of weeks from now. I usually do my roundtable discussion. I'm going to invite a couple of ladies who did a couple of ladies that agreed they want to do this after the Master Show. We're going to do a panel and talk about their experience at the Masters. That'll be next Sunday coming. And also, it's great, and maybe also that following Monday, I'll have. I'm just putting it out there in the ether. I have Tiana and Tony back, and they're just talk about being that she's now the first South African competitor to go to the Olympia. Shout out to man David. He says this. He's wait, that's the wrong one. I think I already said that already. He says. That's his. David got so many. He says, "Yes, I agree, JoJo. Good message. I love Tampa. This show. It was. You guys made it. Okay, he already said that. Also, here's one that David said. He says this. He says, JoJo and Eunice are sisters from another mother. Mister, the dramatic dude. Love
You're
these
not gonna
ladies.
like what you're not gonna like the line. David just mentioned something about the Atlanta Pro. You're not gonna like how many women are gonna be competing this year.
Says the Atlanta Pro
3.
has just came out. Only 3 women competing. What the what?
That's
Come
probably the worst.
on,
That's probably the
ladies.
weakest we've seen yet.
Come on. That's crazy.
Yeah. See,
That's
this is what I'm
3.
talking about. This. I really feel like 2025 has been kind of unfair to these ladies this year.
What?
Like, come on, really?
Not unfair to ladies. It's like they're the ones understand this. I'm not going to blame the year. You ladies know that there's so few opportunities. Linda Murray's giving y'all opportunity. I know a lot of ladies. I understand the cost of this, that. But it's getting harder. And then you have promoters. That's why some promoters are dropping you. I'm not going to blame the year. And I know the competitors. I know the cost is expensive. But here's the facts of it. There's so few shows. I know a lady who's a friend of mine. She could have jumped on this show. She's working out in training. She could have jumped on the show if she wanted to. I'm going to see the list and see what it is because I know a lot of ladies from Masters not going to do it because they just came back from chance. Some still in Japan. This is a Linda Murray show. Come on, she's the one who spoke up with all of this. This is why sometimes I get frustrated with y'all female bodybuilders. Y'all. Instead of I'm gonna call y'all what y'all a bunch of yellow baby and sick and dogs, but that's just me. Shout out to my man Brock F5. He says the Atlanta Pro just came out. Only 3 women competing in women's bodybuilding. Yeah, he said that. Also, he says this. He says Salika should have won the Masters. To me, I preferred to look for. To me, she already got her spot. So I wanted somebody else. She already got her spot. I'm happy with Tiana.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine if someone else had another chance, and I think Tiana deserved. I think she got a chance.
But we're not wherever his was because the person who was second, I don't think she deserved it. And David, I know it might hurt your feelings, but that's how I feel. She didn't deserve it. Not already got her spot because she already got a qualification, but there's more women for women's league than women's bodybuilding. Women's bodybuilding have the low numbers like it does because so few shows. And Jake is going to keep up for as long as can. But ladies, understand this is the Linda Murray show. Some of y'all got to show out. It's going to be. And then you got to think of this Masters opportunity too. So that means that, and some ladies who just did the Tupelo show. You just did Tupelo.
We barely knew about it. The only thing I knew about is that Chris Goy won. Actually, I was really surprised.
She won. I think she didn't win the 40 plus. That was Erin Hawkins. Because she was the one that has the Master Olympic qualification. So she might have won. I don't think was Chris in the 50 plus. I don't think because there's no open. Erin Hawkins won the Masters overall. So that means she came second. She might be talking like she won it, but she might have came second. I hadn't seen they haven't posted pictures from Tupelo yet because it's not a big show like the because when the Tampa was done, they posted the pictures of pre-judging just maybe for the Open, just no more than about a few hours later. Because because with y'all the Master Show, Eunice, y'all came on at 5 o'clock. Why 5 o'clock? Why not 3? 3 o'clock would have been bad, because we could have found a good place to eat, so you have to go our place and have to worry about maybe somebody getting fight and getting drunk.
I know. I guess because check-in was so late, started at 1:30. But
That makes
I don't
sense.
know.
Yeah.
But
Check-in should have been that
anyway,
way.
I
That's
did
time
want
to
to say,
schedule.
give a shout out to David for being there for us the whole week. He let me know he was taking vacation, and I told him when I was going to come in, and he was just always attentive to anything I needed or anything JoJo and I were going to need. So just want to say thanks to David because you and George, you and David have been our backers with launching this brand and getting it out there. So we thank you for y'all's support. Can't thank you enough.
You know what? You don't ever have to say thank you. I keep saying that, but what I can do as much as I can with what I got. And David's same thing with me. We want to see y'all successful. We want to see growth. But again, I'll go back to this, folks. This is about recognizing passion, determination, and also discipline. What these ladies are doing, and they have something that really is doing some good things for good people. If you're willing to jump on board on this, thank you. If not, like to say the quote on Schwarzenegger at the Battle on the Mound, to hell with you. You know, you know. But I would say this: I enjoy the opportunity to be there. I hope to do it again in the future. Here's my thing: it has to be a show that has women's bodybuilding. I'm no offensive to the other divisions because that's the division I love. I follow the division that got me into this, and we have to find promoters who want to give that division a chance. I'm kind of disappointed with the bodybuilding. This is a show with a lot of good. Some of the heavy hitters are out. It's an opportunity to get your Olympic qualification. And y'all complaining, hey, I'm not going to Olympic, but hey, y'all don't want to jump on the show. That's on you. And this is Linda Murray. Come on, you couldn't show up for Linda Murray, 8-time Miss Olympia. I might do this. I might do a little rant later, but this is just me, how I feel. So, folks, I appreciate my guests here for giving me the time, sharing their stories and their path. This is what for me. I said again, it was a great opportunity for me to meet JoJo and also Eunice and Alex and David and many ladies who I've done interviews with. Shout out to Christine Ware, Daphne Holmes. I got to talk with Natasha, Marshall. I saw one lady. She's not a pro yet. Her name is Dawn Staley. Got to meet Veronica Hinton, Ashley Jones. You met. She was on the way out because she's a coach for Keisha Oliver. You can talk to Keisha Oliver. Who will have her on for the interview. Just so many ladies who were just generally. I enjoyed the opportunity. Even my man's girl, his girl Susan. She was pretty cool. We did an interview on the side, and just all around, just it was a great experience for me. I'm a little old country boy. Some of them some sharecroppers. Like went all the way to the big city of Tampa, and it was hot. I'm a big dude, and I might be melting. I'd be like a ghetto snowman. It'd be like a puddle left of me. But I do really have fun. I hope maybe we do this again. We could maybe just let me know what show y'all are going to be if it's something that is within my reason. And also me and you been talking about something, but once we get it settled, we'll let you know. Right now, I want to keep it on the wraps. I don't want to jinx it just yet. So, folks, I'd like to thank again my guests. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer, Josh Simpkins. Also, Brock at 5, my man, Female Bodybuilding Forum. And also, anybody who watched this live stream, share, comment, subscribe. Follow the Bad Rap Ladies. Their links in the description for the IG, also to their merch. But guys, you know my rules. No strange stuff. JoJo's a nice Christian lady. Eunice is a nice lady. I don't want to hear some. I want to hear Mr. Willie and Mr. Rick getting on somebody's tail about saying they watch some weird shit. Don't do it. Stop it. get some help. I know you love these ladies when they're ripped, defined, and pumped, but you have to have better behavior. Shout out to my man Alex. We got to get him on a little more. Get the boy out here. Put on your hat, boy. Show off your hat, boy. Show off your hat, son. Be proud of yourself, son. Yeah. So, folks, as I said again, I appreciate the time y'all give me to talk on my channel. I wish y'all all the best of luck in y'all futures.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
Okay. Like I said again, you never have to. Anyway, folks, enjoy the rest of your week. This is your man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't subscribe. I am out. Good afternoon, good night, and best of luck.
Bye, Alex.
Bye.